No one has, like, only four of us, or shall we wait for another 5 minutes maximum and then we start? I'm mainly looking to meet Anushri today and a few others as well, because we are planning to talk about the issue number 8 on the resume application. And let's start, guys. So the first thing which I wanted to ask you all is, um, how many of you have got nothing assigned so far? Like, see, I generally like assign people based on their request. So if you want something, just go ahead, look at the issues. If there are no issues, let me know, and I'm happy to assign you the issues. And main reason is, if you have a look at the issue and if you are confident enough to go for it, I'll be happy to assign you. So that's why I thought of like giving the whole deal on you. So that would be easier, right? And right now, okay, Anushri is just joining. So right now, how many of you do not have any issues assigned to yourself? So please feel free to talk to me, or like feel free to have a look at the issues. And in case if there is something that you can do yourself, if you have an idea or something like that, just go forward. Just let me know, and then we can start working on that. And Anushri, are you able to hear me now?
Yes.
So we need to talk. Can you coordinate between everyone, whoever has responded in the issue number 8, and can we all discuss about that now? Okay. So right now we have got a lot of good discussions on that. Now the first thing which I would say is, we will go one by one. Okay, so we will create one kind of a wiki or something like that for this particular issue. This is the issue I'm talking about right now.
Okay.
So Anushri, you have added a lot of things which are good. And is Abir there here? I guess Abir has not joined yet. Okay, that's fine. So um, so looking at all these things, like we have experience, education, awards, projects, skills, hobbies. There are like 6 different sections, right? We need to have all these sections to be added to the React state right now. So that's the first thing we will be doing. And once that is done, the next thing would be going for implementing each one. So we need to first finalize the data structure. So can we do it now? Like, what would be the best way to do it?
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm asking you a question.
Am I audible?
You are audible. It's very low.
Oh, okay. Wait. Now?
Yep, that's fine.
Okay. So what else do we need to modify? Like, do we need to add more fields or like what should we decide?
So we can have something like, for example, in this case for skills, we need two data structures. One that can have a lot of things like this, like a list of items
A
that
list
can,
of lists.
yeah, exactly. The master list of skills from which people can choose, or maybe they can add new skills, something like that.
Okay.
And these things look good, so we all need to, first thing is we all need to look into how we can organize or like create a data structure, like for example, sorry, not exactly data structure, that's what we are doing right now. So we can create something like a uh, array or object in JavaScript, and then we can store it in like a wiki or something here, so that we all can edit it here. What do you think about that?
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so we will do that first as the first step, and before that we need to add these things, right? So for example, right now if I have this, that's the React app, and I don't have the code locally here in my office computer. So anyway, so if we go here, currently we have something like I haven't seen my code yet already. So right now, this all these things have an empty array. So every one of them needs to be added to the perfect. I mean, like added to. They should be added correct. Oh, new people are joining. I guess we wait for some more time when everyone joins and all right. Okay. So the first thing what we are going to do is we need to create the record structure for all these things: experience, education, awards, projects, skills, hobbies, and then we need to create the forms, the respective forms. How we are doing it in the previous things are like every particular page, for example, contact and about, have three or four different things, and the way the forms are created are, if you go inside our the forms page itself, you have the forms here, and in this case this is completely hard coded. If the name is like summary and
Okay.
this is going to be a text area, else it's going to be a normal text. That's how we have done. So which is not exactly a valid way of going for it. So what I would suggest is, it would be really helpful in creating the list of master list of uh, records, and then based on whichever record is it, uh, uh, with the records itself we should be adding the type of it. How does that sound?
Could you please clear it? Like this part is little bit confusing.
All right, so what I was trying to say is, now we are checking the type here in the form element. The form element is directly getting the content from the names. It's just getting only the names, and based on the names it is going to create the whether it is a text or text area. That's all, right?
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
But this needs to be changed. So we need to add another data structure, and then in the data structure we need to have something like an object. The object that is hierarchical with which is following the same thing. Like for example, if it is experience, the experience will have different fields, right? In our case, let's say here, okay, for example, for skills we have like programming okay, for education we have degree or qualification, passing year, institution or board, CPI percentage. There are four things are there, right? For example, percentage needs to be an integer, institution or board can be a text, passing year needs to be again an integer. So something
Yeah.
like that, we need to have
Okay.
that in a hierarchical way. So something like uh, a data structure that needs to be referred to this. So that's what I was saying. In case if
Okay.
we need help in that case, what we can do is tomorrow morning I might be a bit of I might find like an hour time for free. So whoever is working on this particular issue, we all can sit together and we all can like do a start, and then later on we can go ahead with creating issues for, I mean, like starting to work on each of their issues. What will
Okay.
that work out in that case? Because this is completely confusing even for me to how we can start this or how we can proceed with this. So that's the reason I'm giving the question to you.
Yeah, fine.
Okay, so this we will park it to tomorrow. So uh, we'll discuss the data structure tomorrow morning, BST, afternoon, IST. All right.
Yeah.
Whoever is contributing to the above issues, please make sure you attend this. And then we will take it forward. Perfect. This is now closed. So that's about this issue, guys, and we'll go with the next one. Like for this main page, I have already purchased this one, and tonight, maybe it's 6:30 right now. Before 10, I will try to upload the whole content, and we need to start working on this. So even for that, we need to discuss what all the things that we are going to put in the main page. So I have got like a bit of idea, but I would really get this from you. Like, what would you like to have in the website? Like, for example, if it is going to be cats and tech, obviously there will be like a main page, and then we can have something like these kind of a buttons or something like that, and then we will go with that. So something like that. What can we have it in the main page so that it looks really nice? The question is all for you. Anyone can answer this now.
With this template.
Yeah, with this template, is this template looking good, or we can see
Yeah,
other
yeah. It is
uh,
looking good.
other designs as well? But I really loved this one because it has this illustration which kind of like suits us, right?
Yes.
So what can we go with that? So that's
So
that's
we are
my,
having three projects inside this site.
yeah, yeah, 3 to 4. It might even go higher.
Okay, okay. Like I have an idea about resume generator.
Hmm.
Just like we have build your website in minutes, we can write build your resume in minutes and something like that.
Right. Okay. So I'll quickly explain you all the other things as well. So this would be for the main website. So it's not just for the resume. So uh, yeah, this could be, we can actually take this for even the resume landing page as well. But currently we have three products. One is going to be resume, which is what we are building on. The second one is going to be sorry, comparator. This is something like my, have you all seen this one?
Yes.
So this, in this you can actually compare four different phones or something like that, and based on a few things. But now what we are going to do is we will be comparing different job offers that people have got. For example, let's say you go to like indeed.co.uk or something like that. This is the local website here. And if I say, yeah, okay, it's easier for everyone to understand. So stackoverflow.com/jobs, and you've got like loads and loads of jobs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put only React.js, and then let's say we want remote thing. Tech is going to be React.js. Oh wow, it's not working actually.
Mm,
So let's try using React. Hmm, interesting.
maybe HTML would work.
No, I'm pretty sure that React.js is one of the tag. I guess something else is actually screwing up this page. There are 10 errors. Yeah, see? That's
The
something.
object land.
Wow. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna disable every
Ad
single thing,
blocker.
ad blocker and everything. So let's see. Still the same thing. Oops. Yeah, it looks like there is a problem with this one. So this is the one which is actually the popover, and that has some issues. Right. Fine. I'm just gonna put React.js, and should we take apply filters? Oh wow, that actually works. Tag list, then Node.js. So we have React.js. It's not React. So tag is gonna be Node.js React. Right, located. At least this works. So let's re-enable all these things. It looks like it's a problem with oh, not this one. Right. So if let's say we have got all these four different applications, like this is also selected and like that, what we will be mainly looking for is what is the salary, and then what kind of like what do you call this? What
Company
are all the
category.
ticks? Sorry,
The category of the company. Like
category.
let's
Yeah,
say
we
for education.
maybe we can see in that case as well. So those kind of things we can add, right? So like that, those will be supplied by us. These left side items will be supplied by us, and that will be uh, created using like that will create a new table kind of thing, and then these things will also be supplied by us. So I've got an offer from let's say this company called Clever Tech. Then there is another company I got from another offer I got from Web Doctor, something like that. So those kind of offers will be listed here, and based on the, obviously it will be asking whatever these things which we have asked for, like for example salary, the technology. Personally I like Mac OS, so will there be a Mac laptop given to me? Then work from home available, how many holidays, um, what is the benefits, like something like that. Those kind of things can be added to these features, like features and stuff like that. And we should be able to do something like differences and all the features, etc. Those kind of things we need to be able to show it here. This is what I was like trying to say. So this is the project about, which is the comparator. So is that clear? Like, is it understandable in as the explanation?
Yes.
So that's exactly what we are planning to do. And so for that it's going to be like a full stack web application, and I believe most of you are backend developers, I guess. And we need to start with how can we go ahead with this? Like, should we start with a kind of like, I guess some people have actually raised the hands. Like, I guess it is Debakar. Did you raise the hand? You can talk, Debakar. You need to unmute yourself.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, hi.
Am I audible to you?
You are audible. Yes.
Yeah. So I was, you were saying about the main page where we will list all the things. So how about going for an introductory video with everything? We can put a space
Hey,
there
who's
and
ready to do a video, dude? I'm not sure
no,
how.
that's no.
That's
We
actually a good
can.
idea. That would be actually a good idea.
You were
But for
asking for some.
but
Yeah.
for but for definitely we need resources for it. So is it gonna be
Yeah.
an
Sure.
animation? In animation, in case of it is an animation, we need to have something like a someone who knows how to do animation and stuff like that. So that kind of
Mhm.
a thing.
Yeah.
Video as a background carousel would be good. Yes. So what kind of a video will be looking at? That is the question again. Now next thing is, so who is this? Oh, Himanshu. Hi. So that's the other question. So what kind of a video will we be putting either as an intro or as an animation or like as a background? So we need to decide on which video we need to put. So that's there. And I would like to keep this thing in a simple way. For example, if people like literally look at everyone right now. So if you want to access the internet, you are getting like so bad. connection right now. So it's always better not to use a huge video or something like that. That would be my personal suggestion. Uh,
Exactly.
yeah, that's right, right? Like
We
for
can
example,
have a
Yeah.
image instead of video.
We can have
something
a
like
Just
that's what
GIF
I was
image
planning.
on
Yeah,
the
some okay, that's a good idea as well. So adding a GIF image would be a good idea too. So like a small
exactly
animation or something.
if
yeah.
the page we are seeing right now, right?
Yeah.
The background black image would be just a layover of blurred out GIF, which could
Okay,
just
that could be a good idea. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That would be a good
I mean,
idea.
from the user perspective, I was saying this, you know.
Hmm. Yeah. At the same time, we also need to see how huge the bandwidth consumption will be, and we need to make sure it is very less consuming because we need to cater for every single student or something like that. That would be.
Obviously, it's a later stage thing. We can do it
Mhm.
anytime in the
Okay. Sure. 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 And that's one thing, and we first need to really get a clear idea on what we need to put in the website, the main website itself. And based on that, okay, so whoever is planning to work on basic HTML and CSS using Bootstrap and other things, that would be the best thing. Like this would be a best thing, right?
Yes.
Hi Priya.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
Okay, so this would be a good starting point for you all, because if you even see the source code, it would be it's easier to follow. So you know this is going to be call MD2, call XS12. There are a few things, and moreover, these things have a lot of documentation as well. I need to find the documentation, but definitely I'll try to find, and I'll share that as well with you all. And can we go with the same website for all the landing pages, or should we go with different landing pages? Because this one has a lot of different landing pages.
We can go for different one. I think the same doesn't look.
Different one will be better because we have different projects and all works
Every
in a
project
different
will
way.
be a okay. Then in that
Yeah.
case, we all will decide on what we need to work on. Like, see, it's
Yeah.
mainly aimed for new people, like people who are just starting to work on the websites and other things. So we will be using the basic tools and stuff like that. So that's the reason we are going with buying a theme, and then based on the theme, just we are changing the content, and it will be easy for you also to like immediately change things and like complete the whole website in like a week's time or so, right? And
Yeah.
90% of the companies, like the companies that I went for, the companies I work for, everyone is using a theme or kind of like a design system. And with the design system, they are just changing all these things. Obviously, the companies in the UK are very, 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 very lazy people. Like for example, if you want to change the heading like cats and tech, the I needs to be capital. In that case, uppercase I for this uppercase I, they will take, okay, let's plan it for this, and let's take 1 day time, decide where all things will it get impacted, and then maybe we will finish it on in 2 days time. So for just changing this I into capital I, it takes 2 days here. So so and there is also a reason behind it. There are people who are impacted by this. For example, there are some there could be some services that look at the title, and then they, based on the case sensitive text, it can give you some kind of suggestion and stuff like that. So we don't know a lot of things in that case, but so that's what I was saying. So most of the companies in the UK and most of the companies in the IT services, yeah, SEO kind of stuff, that also works. So most of the so companies in the IT services, they take loads and loads of time and loads of kind of things to do. And moreover, all these companies, they generally take a so when you are joining in an IT company, obviously the first thing you do is you will not work on something new project. You will be working on something which was already done and dusted, and there will be some changes, and you need to change that, you need to change this kind of thing, right? Very rarely you will start to work on new projects. And even then, um, only a few people will be would be impacted. Yes, Himanshu. SEO might be impacted in that case as well. So people will be very crucial and cautious about that. So these things are happening here. So yeah, so this would be a good start for you to work with like how you work on an industry basis as well. And one thing which I would suggest is, I've got this Visual Studio Code, right? So this one has all the, it has all the plugins that are needed for making the whole life easier. For example, it kind of like formats the HTML, then it uses Prettier to pretty the function and stuff like that. So there are like so many good features about VS Code as well. And also I gave a quick demo on sorry, just a second. Oops, that's my office thing, so obviously I need to pause it for a while. Sorry guys, just give me 1 second. Okay, extremely sorry. So yeah, so I was telling about like if you're using a good IDE, that helps a lot. And in that case, we can use either Visual Studio Code or we can use Sublime Text, which helps you in getting all these formatting, indenting, etc. sorted, right? So how many of you are already comfortable working with Bootstrap? How many of you don't know Bootstrap?
I know Bootstrap.
Okay.
I also know.
So anyone who do not know Bootstrap, like who has no experience or something like that?
Yeah, I do. I don't have a. Just a React developer. So
Bro, you're a React developer, then
yeah,
you might know the basics of HTML, right?
yeah, exactly,
I mean, you can just go with the documentation if you have.
exactly. Need some time to just
That's
quick
completely
brush up
fine.
the thing.
That's
Yeah.
completely fine, Dibakar. That's
No,
okay.
you were if you were expecting for a a good one.
So one best way to quickly kickstart is easy to do is go with what do you call this? So already existing pages will be easy to start meddling with it. And once you start working on the existing pages and kind of like change things, try out that way, it will be easier for you to learn in a quicker way. That is my suggestion. That's how I learned a lot of things. So it's just a trip in case if people are not comfortable um, in working with what do you call this new technologies, or even if it is Bootstrap, you can just try around. But first things first, go through the documentation is very extensive in Bootstrap, and it gives you a lot of big easy ways to learn things. uh, all right guys, so what we can do now is, in this in this website one, I'm gonna upload all these folders, like sorry, all the files which belongs to this particular one, this particular page. We will have this one for the main page, or do you want to have a look at which one we are gonna go? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quickly this is not the Slack which I'm looking for. Sorry. So I'll add the list of designs here, and we need people to like put ideas on that. Like for example, if you go here, there is like studio services, modern, company, deal, hotel, original, startup, product, SaaS, real estate, agency, showcase, corporate, business, SEO, marketing, shop, medical. Oh my god, there is so many, which is really good. So we all will go through all these things, and then we can give our ideas. Like most all of you, like if you can give an idea, like for example, I would like the designs of these designs for these, like for example, resume landing, main website. And what was the other one? Comparator. We still need to do something on the logos, the name itself. The landing leads diagram. So we have like we would have enough work for everyone now, because we will be opening up all these three landing pages as well as the main website's landing page, right? So it would be really useful for, like, if we are trying out different ones, we can work along with everything, and we will learn a lot. So that's another idea. So I'm just gonna go with let's say services page for everything for now. So I'm just gonna put services, 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 because I love that thing. So if every one of you, or most of them, if you can go through the whole list of pages and then try to put one for each. Yeah, you can also tell your preference, like whether you are preferring what do you call this, dark theme or light theme. That will also be good. So I'm just going to prefer the dark theme. So I'm just adding that here. So does that sound initially for today? And then based on that, I will add the once I get a good idea of who wants what, and like how many people like this, and give more suggestions, like two to three, three to four different designs, different pages. If you try to give there, we will try to find out who has given a lot for particular one, and then we will go with that. How does that sound, guys? So
Yeah, sounds good.
it's again democratic, it's all yours. So try to give at least two to three designs for each of the page. All right. So that's all your work. And this is the website. Sorry, this is the designs page. Please go through everything and then let me know which looks really nice and which one we will be using for the pages. And let's start this way. And then a lot of people will be able to work on different pages as well. That would be really helpful. And I'll share you the prettier configuration, which helps you in keeping all the indentation and spacings correctly. So I guess any other questions anyone has, just open up the mic and talk. And another thing is, this is all for even new people. If you have not ever tried anything in Bootstrap or building websites, this would be really helpful for you all. Like, you can go ahead and try out something for the first time.
Sorry, sir, I joined late, but I wanted to know, we are going to use these layouts to design the website.
Yes. Is that okay? Is there any problem in that? Like, if you have any other good solution, I'm always happy to listen. For now, yes.
So it's quite easy, but would it be better to make it ourselves?
Yes, almost all the other projects are doing it that way. And I thought we should be different, and we should be like getting a top quality output and directly working with the live, like most probably any industry, if you go, any companies you go, they try to choose a design agency to design the whole application, and then they will start designing everything one by one. Like, and there will be a pixel perfect issues and other responsiveness issues might be coming up. So let's consider that scenario here. We are a company and we have got a design team who has designed this kind of like thing, and then we are using the designs and then we are changing the content, something like that. This will be the every, I mean, like, I'm just trying to prepare everyone for the real life situation. So no one is gonna ask you to design, I mean, like, I know this is kind of absurd, but you need to know the basics. But no one in the industry is gonna ask you and for designing something new, right? From the scratch. So that's the reason I'm giving this as a practice for everyone. How does that
Yeah,
sound?
so yeah, so it would help us focus more on applications.
Yes, exactly. You don't need to focus more on designs, which you will be obviously knowing. And even if only when you know that, you will be entering, or like your interviews will be cleared, right? So, and moreover, you can learn it from everywhere. But no, I don't think is there any place where you can learn this way. Like you directly get into a company, you are working on a live project, and these things will be going on live with all your names and other things, like up to your permissions as well. That's privacy is like definitely guaranteed, and with all these things definitely it's going to happen. So you will be working on an existing project, or at least an existing design, and go forward. That's how it's going to happen.
Okay. So one more thing regarding issues in resume,
Hmm.
the issues you created. So I didn't understand which type of data structures you were looking for to be implemented for all those.
Hey, were you already there on the call like few minutes ago, because I was discussing about that?
Oh no, I just
Okay.
saw in Slack.
No problem.
I'm
I'll
just
I'll
joined it.
I'll anyway post the recording, so that would be helpful for
Okay, okay,
everyone. So yeah, we will be using, see, data structures in the sense whatever. I guess Anushri was very much involved in creating all the data structures. It would be a normal JavaScript object, guys. So um,
okay,
it would be a hierarchical structure, obviously. So that would be the records, the lists types, and then the list item will be like from this or that or something like that.
okay, sir.
And tomorrow morning, most probably we will have a combined session. So if you are willing to work on that issue number 8, I guess, so if you are working on
Yeah,
the issue number 8, make sure you have a, you go ahead and have you already been added to that issue in that case?
no, sir.
Okay, do you want to work on that? But currently there is nothing much that can be done, because everything has been already.
N No problem, sir. I'm actually learning JavaScript right now.
So you can just
So
join, right? So just
yeah,
go to the resume issue number 8, and then just add your name as well. Like, all right.
yeah. Actually, Amok speaking. I just you might remember I messaged you.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't understand. Sorry.
I WhatsApped you. I'm Amok.
Okay. Hi, hi.
Hi.
Okay. There is something else. Okay. Sorry. Okay. You message me later. That's fine. I'm happy to accommodate your request as well. That's completely fine. Anything else, guys? Any questions or anything? It's gonna stop in a minute. That's why.
There was a question raised by, I think, Himanshu asked that
Uh huh.
will it be there will be one main page, or will be creating many pages?